pictures. Hats off to the Fox Music Department. You heard Shattered as we showed you the replay from our Turn 1 camera. This is, of course, AWB picking up the pieces. Annie Lennox must be next, you know, walking on broken glass. We pick up the pieces from this. They're picked up and we're ready to go back to green.
See Dale Jarrett, the 88, the UPS car, the inside of our leader, Jimmy Johnson. Right now, he is 2 laps down right there. Remember, he had to make that green flag pit stop a few laps ago because of the flat tire. He elected to stay out, but right now he is going backwards in a hurry. They're going by him left and right.
Dick Berger on leader, Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, everything is going just right for Jimmy Johnson. Like crew chief Chad Canals, after the caution flag flew, told his driver, good job, Hot Rod. And then he called for a whole bunch of changes to be made on that race car. And every single one of those crew members came to the fore, and they did a beautiful pit stop. 12.6 seconds. Usually the rear tire change is the slowest on most pit stops. Joe Zanolini has done a beautiful job. He has been right with them all on every single stop. Great stops today. Manny.
Second 1 year ago, the 97, Kurt Busch currently runs second. He told his crew chief, Jimmy Finnig, he said, it feels like I'm actually faster than the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. I just can't pass him with the dirty air. I feel like it's causing me to lose too much in front grip, and then it makes the back end start to slide a little bit. Jimmy tried to fix his race car just a smidgen to try to help Kurt make a run on the 48. Made an air pressure adjustment to Steve Burns.
Hey, Matty, air pressure adjustment for Greg Biffle as well. He said, I'm just a little tight. They went down a ½ pound on that right front tire. Now, to go back just a little bit, remember Biffle reported he thought he had a flat tire. They got a break when the caution came out, and the caution prior to the most previous one. They still do not know what was wrong with that tire. Crew Chief Doug Richards saying they may have damaged it with air pressures being too low.
Now, Larry, these guys must not be watching the same race we're watching, because every time somebody stays out on there, Dale Jarrett's restarted up on the front row, and he is going back through the field and about to get run over on every corner.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it happen on lap 9, almost 200 laps ago, and yeah, they're not learning, but guys, we've got 100 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson, Robbie Gordon, Bobby Labonte, they just ran the quickest lap that they've run in this race. It's getting right now.
Oh, yeah, well, the cars are adjusted up, the weather's getting better. Track's cooling down. There's a song in there somewhere.
Or there will be. Jeff Burton. Hot Wheels on that car, a one-race deal, and he has some Hot Wheels. He is coming through the field and finds himself at 11th right now.
Yeah, started back in 33rd, but remember, way back early in the race, he got front-end damage on pit road, got in the back of Jeremy Mayfield's car. They spent extensive time on pit road on the caution, kept him on the lead lap. His car is so good on green runs. I just know Jeff Burton does not want to see another caution in this race.
$17 cars on the lead lap. Right behind Burton, Earnhardt Jr. finds himself 12th ahead of Stewart, Wimmer, Harvick, Marlin, and Burton. Ward Burton.
Darrell, I still don't believe. I mean, he's back on the lead lap. Remember, he got the pardon a while ago. He's up in 12th position. But watching the lap times, although he ran a pretty quick lap then, I still don't think they've got that car where they want it.
No, but it's better than it was. He has been able to pass some cars, and he's back there running in that high groove again and making some pretty good time here, it looks like. It's kind of what they did at Atlanta. I mean, the car to me had the same traits that it had at Atlanta. It went off. It's good on short runs, but at the end of the day, they got it good.
Riding with Mark Martin. The Roush cars right now are 2nd, 6th, 11th.
Looking inside, behind the 12, clear.
Driver Mark Martin knows Darlington. In Busch competition here, he has won 8 races and 8 poles, more than anyone else by a factor of 2. In 36 Nextel Cup starts, Martin and his Ford have earned 14 top 5s, 2 poles, 5 second-place finishes, and a win. One of Darlington's all-time greats, Ford driver Mark Martin, right now running in 6th. If you haven't looked at a Ford lately, look again. Mark's car is not where he wants it right now. Jamie McMurray in the 42 car, he goes by. Remember, this is a battle for 8th position we're watching.
picks up the spot, moves him back up in the order to 8th place in that Texaco Dodge. Matt?
Just trying to battle back from a miscue on that lap 165 stop when a lug fell off. It cost him 8 spots on the racetrack. This last stop, Donnie Wingo backed up half a round, took that wedge out they put in 2 stops ago. Jamie is now trying to work his way back up. One other note, he told Donnie and spotter Lauren Rear, next time we come back, I want to put that small mirror on the left side window like we run at a lot of other places. I feel like it will actually help me a lot here on restarts.
You never learn what you can do to these race cars to help your driver. It may be something simple as a different rear view mirror. You got to make that note, bring it back different. I tell you, a car that's been there all day long, solidly, Kasey Kahne's teammate, Jeremy Mayfield in that 19 car, he's just been good and solid. Has some damage to the rear of the car, but I think it's in a place where it's not affected.
17 cars in the lead lap, another 13 cars, 1 lap down. The field got split by 1 round of green flag pit stops. We've had 6 caution flags. Notable cars out of the race, including Jeff Gordon, who got caught up in a lap 28 crash, and Ricky Craven, who went out in a crash at lap 161.
17 pit road, Mike. I say he's been falling back, and I think he may have a flat tire.
He's back in the 30th position, 2 laps down. He's going to go 3, maybe 4 laps down on the green flag stop. Steve Burns.
Loose wheel or broken wheel? It's got to be broken wheel.
And Larry, I'm listening to Matt Kenseth, and he said it's either a loose wheel or a broken wheel as he heads onto pit road right now. Loose wheel or a broken wheel?
Well, you're a lap down. You're out there. You're trying to salvage the best finish you can in the start. You know, you have a problem. I guess you have to come back in because there's no point making a bad day a whole lot worse.
This hole just keeps getting deeper, though.
Have a look at points as of the moment. Kenseth's lead would sink to 31 over Dale Jr. and 34 over Tony Stewart. We're inside 100 laps to go. Here at the track, Too Tough to Tame, as they investigate the wheel that just came off Matt Kenseth's car. NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing on Fox is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Fox, glad to have you with us here in Darlington, and the aerial views brought to you by Quaker State Oil. Jimmy Johnson, your leader. We've gone 209 laps. Jimmy Johnson has moved from 25th to 9th in the points race over the last couple of races, trying to hang on here with Matt Kenseth, the points leader, having trouble with his wheel. This could be a big move. And you actually spoke to Chad Knaus about Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, he told me earlier today, Chris, he said one thing I really like about this particular driver, he says he knows how to figure out his competition, figure out how to pass them, and once he gets to the lead, he knows how to stay in front of it and not use his car up too much. They make a really good combination.
Crew chief, of course, for Jimmy Johnson is Chad Knaus. And, you know, we talked on the pre-race show, you and Darrell were debating whether a veteran or a rookie or a young driver would do well here. 10 past winners of the Darlington race started today, but none have led. We've had 10 different leaders.
I think right now what you're seeing is a lot of these young guys that are really just kind of making it tough on those veterans, because the veteran likes to try to save his race car for the final 100 miles. And here at Darlington today, that's been very difficult to do. A lot of these young guys are really making it tough on them.
And tires always a story. We've had them shredded, we've had them cut, and guys that can manage their tires well, that hang around, have a good shot.
Exactly right, Chris. Remember, this is Darlington. She's a tire eater and a man beater.
Jimmy Johnson leading, Kurt Busch, Bobby Labonte running third. Let's get thoughts on the strategy over these last 82 laps or so. Rejoin Larry, Darrell, and Mike.
Well, the fastest car on the racetrack right now is Ryan Newman in 6th place, but 2 veterans on the move. Bobby Labonte in 3rd, Robbie Gordon having a great day in 4th. But right now, Jimmy Johnson with a 0.3 of a second lead over Kurt Busch, who came within 3 inches of winning here last year.
It was close. But I've been watching this car behind Kurt Busch, Kasey Kahne in the 9. Remember, sat on the pole, had that cut tire down, went a lap down. He's been just as quick as these 2 guys, but he's right where he needs to be. He don't need to push the envelope, because if we get a caution, he gets the pardon. He gets back on the lead lap.
And if we don't get another caution, I'll be surprised. Steve?
Well, Mike, just to follow up on Matt Kenseth and Greg Biffle,
have a wheel spacer that goes between the hat that holds the rotor on and the wheel itself, and they normally will put Allen bolts to hold that all in place. It sounds like one of those backed out, and Darrell, when that happens, you can't get the wheel up there and get it tight.
Yeah, and a little bit on Greg Biffle, when he puts his foot on the brake, he's probably a left foot breaker, that rotor is warped, and it tries to knock your foot off the pedal because you get that warped vibration in the right front.
Ryan Newman continues to move to the front. He goes past Jeremy Mayfield. That is for 5th place. And last time by, quickest cars on that lap. 2nd place, Kurt Busch and Newman.
And just to update everyone that maybe just joined us, Ryan Newman led this race for quite a bit, and he actually was the leader when he came to pit road under green. He missed the commit line and almost spun coming on the pit road. NASCAR penalized him a lap. He made that lap back up, and here he is with about 75, 80 laps to go. He's trying to get back to the front.
Let me just clarify. They gave him a drive-through penalty, which under green has the effect of losing a lap, but the penalty itself was not a full race lap. Robbie Gordon, Darrell, you said he's not timid here.
No,
is he timid anywhere?
No, he isn't. He just drives hard all the time. And I watched him early in the race in traffic. And where other people would say, okay, I'll give you a break, when they gave him a break, Robbie was right there taking advantage of it. And that's what he's done today. He has taken advantage of everything that's come his way.
Dick Berggren.
And Gordon is having the best day ever here at Darlington. He started in 29th spot. He is now running at 4th. And here is the sequence of conversation that we have heard on his radio. First, his crew told him, "You're doing great." A few laps later, Gordon came on the radio and said, "I'm loose." Then a few laps after that, he said, "Now I'm tight in the middle." Then he lost the spot. And about 2 laps after that, he said, "The car is coming back." So take your choice. The car is great, the car is tight, the car is loose, depending on where they are in the tire run.
Where they are in the tire run and how you hit your marks. If you miss your mark a little bit here, the car will feel one way. It'll push. Miss it a little bit, it'll be loose. So that's why you get that back and forth thing.
Kasey Kahne, that 9 car, he has unlapped himself under green. And I mean, this is the good news, bad news. They've got a race car good enough that can win this race. What they need now, they need a caution where they can get caught back up. But I think they need that caution soon where they've got more time to get back to the front.
Well, here's the good news for him. He knows if they get a caution, he's going to be back in the race because he got a good car. What he also knows is he's pulling away from the guy leading the race. If I can get far enough ahead, my crew gives me a great stop that last time in, I'm still got a chance to win this race.
Well, I tell you who has a chance to win this race, Ryan Newman in that 12 car. He has now caught Robbie Gordon. This will be a battle for 4th right here. Ryan Newman, I think he wants this thing to stay green, unlike Kasey Kahne.
He's still the fastest thing on the racetrack. He and Jeremy Mayfield last lap had the quickest laps over everybody else by about a 10th or more.
But as we watch this battle right here between Robbie Gordon, Ryan Newman, and Jeremy Mayfield, again, this is a battle for 4th. I want to talk just a little bit about strategy, and Darrell, you're going to have to work with me on this. We have about 75 laps to go. We went back racing with about 100 to go. If this thing stays green, and I'm going to bring my crew chief buddy in on this conversation as well, Jeff Hammond, we went back racing with 100 to go. I think it's going to be who will commit to pit road the earliest, as Jamie McMurray did earliest, and get the benefit of those fresh tires the quickest.
But when you do that, Larry, you know you're gambling. If that caution comes out, you lose. But if you can get in early, you can definitely get yourself in a position to take advantage of it, because one more good stop is all these guys are going to need.
And we also know one more stop to adjust on that thing. You've got to make sure you got to make the right adjustments for this racetrack condition right now. It's Kurt Busch now in the 97. He has taken the lead away from Jimmy Johnson in the 48.
Kurt Busch puts his Ford out front, trying to avenge last year's narrow defeat at the hands of Ricky Craven.